Oh, hang on a sec, I can't use that. That's not safe, look at it. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of MiracleMAX. Ever had a power cord that's in need of repair? Well, stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Hi guys, welcome to MiracleMAX. I've just had a request put in by one of my subscribers to do a repair on a cord plug, and I just so happen to have one here that needs repair anyway. The wiring has come away from the plug, so let's have a look and see how we can do it, make it simple fix. As I'm sure you'd appreciate, there's so many different designs of plugs, electrical cords, etc. the world around. So this video is not designed to try and cater for all those different designs, but just purely to show you how to repair the end of a plug. I'll show you some of the different designs that we have here in Australia. Some designs are older. They have the older colour codes, so red, black and green. Others are moulded. As you can see, there's no access to that, so we can't repair that one. We have to cut it off to replace it. Others have the more modern colour coding. As we can see, it's blue, green, yellow for earth, and we've got a brown there as well, which you can see clearly through here. That's repairable. And we also have the side plug style that we can actually pull apart and do our repairs in there, but that plugs into the side. As you can see, the difference between the two. Right, so for now let's just focus on the plug that needs repairing. Let's have a look at it. It actually has like a plastic nut on the back of it, so we just unwind that. That exposes the plug shroud, I guess you could say, itself. Next thing you do is you get a screwdriver in there. You just gently lever it out. It's got a little lip that it goes around. Now just be careful with this, keeping in mind that you're working, even though it's turned off, this is an electrical component that will be powered up later on. So if you're not confident in doing this, please don't do it. Get someone who is competent to do it. But if not, you can have a crack at it yourself. As you can see, it's pulled it off that little shoulder there. Now we need to just pull that back a little bit. Now there's a few concerns that I've noticed with this already. We just slide that outer shield back and cover. Now you can see there's a little bit of corrosion in places. Notice that? I did see that on the other side here as well. That's got a bit of a bent plug too, hasn't it? So it's probably a little bit tired, this particular extension cord, but we'll repair it for the video anyway. So how do we get this shield to come up here? Well, obviously we've got to cut the wiring. Generally when you buy a plug, they will give you, as part of the packaging, the rules, the colour codes for your particular area. Here in Australia we run 240 volt mains, and we have the active, neutral and earth in certain positions, as you can see here. So if not, you can look it up on the net and make sure, but the best thing to do is take photos even before you start. So that's what I'm going to do. So a couple of photos so I know the position of the wiring in relation to the pins. And because I'm not happy with all this corrosion around here, what I'm going to do is just cut those wires completely off for now. There we go, choose history. But I will reuse this plug, but I'll show you how to do that now. What we need to do is take the shielding back far enough so that the shielding sits basically, when it's all said and done, up against this little plate here. So the wires will separate into their various areas. So now I need to make the wires long enough so that they fit, they wrap around this little plastic area here, and then we go into that screwed area. So I'll do that now. You certainly don't need to do this when you're just replacing the wiring or the plug or changing the length of the wiring, but like I said, I was a bit concerned about the corrosion that's on there, so I've totally pulled them apart, and now I'll just clean them up with a bit of sandpaper to get rid of all that corrosion. So why would you bother cleaning up all these contact points? Well, any corrosion creates resistance. Any resistance creates heat. That's one of the worst enemies for electricity. It can create not only an appliance that doesn't work properly, but it can overheat the cord. Worst case scenario, it could even start a fire. So getting rid of corrosion is super important. I've got the picture of my plug connections on my phone so that I know that I'm going to get it right. I now need to just peel off a little bit of the wiring itself using a wiring crimping pliers. So we just remove a little bit more than that maybe, and it's actually not a bad idea to twist them around like that and turn them over like that. It'll give yourself a little bit of extra contact point. So the green one was earth, remember that? So we just open that little point there and we slide it in past that contact point there. So I've just taken another little bit off my black wire here. I'll do my red one next, and hopefully we can get all that set up correctly. Bit of a twist, as I mentioned. Bend it over. Not that you have to bend it over. Some electricians suggest that you don't. That's fine too. I just like to bend it over. Looking at my picture now, I have my earth wire there. My next one over was black. So black needs to go in there. Red is next. That goes into the top one, of course. Double check, make sure that they're nice and tight. Then we should be able to fold them over, as I mentioned before. And now I can slide up my shielding, but make sure, as you can see here, that that's just come out. So make sure that when you push it in, that they're all located properly in their correct areas. You may need a screwdriver to push them in, maybe. Depends how butch you're feeling at the time. Just don't stab yourself with a screwdriver, of course, because that really hurts. Just wiggle it around. Sometimes if you turn the screwdriver like this, that'll work as well. As you walk it through, just turn it over, twist it, push it in, and once it's located, just push on that little ledge, like that. There we go. And of course, now we've got that little plastic nut that needs to go on. So, how does that look? Much better than it did before. Nice clean terminals. We don't have the wires hanging out the back either. And that's a repair. Our current code here in Australia at the moment is earth is yellow-green, our active is brown over this side, and our neutral is blue, as you can see. A lot of people, especially tradies, like to do up their extension cords this way. Finally, they get this part, wind it right around, plug it back into itself. Now while that's handy to hang on a hook, what you're doing is damaging this. No, no, no. Reason being is you can end up with a problem like that. Look at the twist on that thing. That is damaging the copper inside, so don't do it. I'll show you a better way. Get your end, go around like that, and as you go around, twist with your thumb, like that. twist with your thumb, twist with your thumb, and it'll put it into a nice round loop without putting that twist in it. And then to finish it off, plug it into itself like that. You can put it onto its hook. No worries. You're not going to end up with that sort of problem, are you? Okay, so do yourself a favour, do it the proper way, and don't end up with that damaged cord. So thanks very much for your request, Tony. I appreciate that. Hopefully what I've done here today will make you confident to be able to do that simple repair. Keep in mind, if you don't feel confident doing things with electricity, keep away from it. Get a friend to do it instead. Someone you like, preferably. Make sure that you're safe with it all. But it's not a hard thing to do, and check everything twice, make sure you get it correct. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. As usual, don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, share it with your friends, and make sure you comment down below. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Till next time, bye.